back to the person everyone needs. Just in case you haven't picked up, I think that you are the person that somebody needs. I think that you have the temperament. I think you have the giftings to make a difference in somebody's life. And so that's why I do this little podcast, is just to be an encouragement. Why don't you go ahead and decide to be the person that everyone needs? Today on the podcast, I have one of the people that I have needed. My dear friend, Kevin Stewart, who, oddly enough, I thought he had been on the podcast before, but he has not. And to my chagrin, I told him definitely he's been on here. But I am so excited to have Kevin Stewart on the podcast with me today and for the next probably couple or 3 weeks. And excited to have him on here with me. And I'm going to ask him for the next few minutes to tell you, I want him to discuss who does he think, or what are the characteristics of the person that everyone needs.
So thank you, Webb, for allowing me to finally be on your show. And here we are. I mean, this is amazing. We all he thought. I never thought I was on the show, but he thought I was. So here I am with you guys. And what a great question. And I encourage all of you who are listening that if you have not picked up his book, he actually just finished writing a book in regard to this very question. And I bought it. I have not read it yet. So I'm answering the question without even having read his book and knowing what is in there to know what he thinks that the person that everyone needs is. So we'll see if I'm even close to getting close to what's in your book or not. But I did buy it. So I encourage all of you that are out there, go buy the book, and it'll be an encouragement to him. And I do believe it's going to be an encouragement to you. So how would I describe the person that everybody needs? I think, number one, that you need people in your life who aren't just yes men. As a man, I need other men in my life who have the ability to say no, that aren't always going to agree with everything I say, because sometimes I may not be right. And a person that I need is not someone who will always tell me I'm right and tell me that, oh, that's the best thing ever, especially when it's not. And to keep people around me who are willing to be honest with me and say, no, that was really stupid. You should have never done that. That was idiotic. Don't do that again. And I think that leads to, I can't say the second quality because perhaps it's even a higher quality, is to have people around you. The person you need is someone who walks in integrity, who has integrity. Because I think if you keep people around you that are filled with integrity, then you realize that your walk gets better. It doesn't get worse; it gets better. People who realize that people are always watching. I tell people all the time, especially parents who ask me, "What's it like being a parent?" And what can I do to be a better parent, or things like that. I always say, number one, realize that there's always eyes watching. You'll never go a day that the eyes of your kids aren't watching. It's the same way in life. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're at Walmart, whether you're filling up your gas tank, whether you're doing something stupid that you shouldn't have done. There's always someone watching. And if you have people around you that walk in integrity, they're the ones who are willing to say, hey, you know what, you probably shouldn't have done that. Or you know what, maybe next time do it a little differently. Maybe say something a little differently. Maybe the way you reacted shouldn't have reacted that way. Why? Because they're walking in integrity. They're willing to say the hard things that other people aren't willing to say. But they're also the ones who realize that when you're down, when maybe you goofed up and you goofed up, they're the ones who are willing to say, hey, you're going to make it. You got something, you're doing something well. In fact, just yesterday afternoon, I'm trying to figure out what day it is because we've been driving all day long. And we're actually sitting here in Birmingham, Alabama, y'all. Come on down to Alabama, sweet home Alabama. And they will love you down here, boy. get some super chicks chicken and some great clips haircut all in one spot, and not that, and a cookie. You can get a cookie there too. But on Sunday, I was at a place, and the guy I was talking to, but he ended up telling me that he had been a pastor, and he said, I have a lot of people that I thought were my friends who, when I changed jobs, when I needed to go another direction, and they got on to me and started criticizing me and say, why are you working on Sunday? Why do you have this job and you're working on Sunday? And I thought you were a man of God and all this other stuff. And I just began to look at him and I said, hey, let me ask you a question. I said, in this weekend alone, how many people have you talked to about Jesus? And he just started looking. He said, when I walked in here the first day, I had several of the other people that stopped me and said, hey, I just need to talk a minute. And he said, I've had quite a few people just sit down and just start opening up to me. And I said, in that moment you were, and kind of leading to what your title is, you were that person. You're the person that they needed at that moment. Right. And maybe for this time in your life, God's got you here because you're the person that could talk to him. No one else was going to be here. Those other guys that have criticized you aren't here, but you're here. And, don't forget that God wants to use you. God's using you. Maybe it looks different than what it used to, but as long as you're open to what God wants to do in your life and allow him to use you, he'll use you. So I think that people around you need to have the ability to say that into your life. So people who are honest with you. I also think you need to have people who are fun. Stop hanging around boring people. Stop hanging around people that are always living life in the mully grubs. And I don't even know what that word means, but you hear it said all the time, the mully grubs. I guess that means that they're living in swamp life or something, that just always sour, always got dirty socks on and think they smell all the time and life smells. And, you've been around those people and in the end, they stink to be around because they're always, what you're looking up mully grub, what does it mean?
A mully grub is a state of being grumpy, sulky, or in a generally bad mood. It can also refer to a mild stomach ache or a general feeling of being unwell.
Perfect. The mully grub. Don't be around them stinking people that are in the mully. I mean, that describes them perfectly. Why? Because in the end, it's the mutual. You start feeling, well, yeah, they draw you they suck you into their down spiral in life. And so the people you need around you need to be fun and enjoy life as well and encourage you and laugh with you. You're willing to laugh with you. And even your stupid jokes, they're like, man, that is funny. And maybe, I hope they're not lying, you know what I'm saying? Right. But at least people are willing to laugh at you and laugh with you and enjoy life too, because if you can't have someone to enjoy life with, what good is it? And so I encourage all of you, find people who are fun to be with and love life, that have a similar spirit. Obviously you want to connect spiritually, and so people who are filled with the Spirit, filled with Jesus and love God, and those are all important, but also have a similar, I think people that you keep around you need to have a similar attitude, a similar love for life that you have. If you love Talladega, at least have people willing to be around you that say, hey, wave at Talladega as we go by. And so, just, I think those things are important. We could go on another 5-10 minutes of qualities and people that you want to look for, but I think those are some of the most. People who are honest with you, people that will have integrity and walk with you integrity, people that will live and enjoy life with you, and people who aren't just yes men. I think that's a person you want around you because it'll make you a better person. So yeah, that's what I got. Maybe, I don't know if it's anything close to what's in your book, but if it's not, it should be. Write a second book and put it in there, because that's good. That's good stuff, y'all.
Another person that everyone needs.
That's right. The second person everyone needs. The sequence. So come on down to Alabama and you can find that other person that everybody needs. So
Kevin's putting out his pamphlet about the end of the week. It's called the other person that everyone needs. So, well, this has been fun coming to you from Alabama, Birmingham. Looking forward to the next few conversations with my friend Kevin Stewart. Kevin is our connections pastor at my church, but he's been my hero for many, many years. And so I'm excited to get to have these conversations with them. The conversations that I thought we'd already had.
we never really have.
Anyway, we've had them personally, but let's have them on the podcast. So anyway, thank you for tuning in to The Person That Everyone Needs. I want to remind you, you are. And the book is now out. You can get it at Amazon, and I appreciate all of you. And thanks for listening. Hope you're encouraged. And people who recognize the value in other people, that's a person that everyone needs.